Anyway, so that's going to be it for that. Let's move on to the bad OCs. I always wanted to do...
You mean good part 2?
No.
We're starting with Smooth.
Good part 2.
I really...
This,
oh. Go
this is Cloudy-dramscape. That middle name was probably not pronounced right because I didn't find a pronunciation.
This art style is very Celia.
Shut up.
Celia.
No, I don't think
Celia.
it is. No, I really don't think it is.
It's not, but I made a pun and everyone hates me.
But the pun didn't make any sense.
The
God
pun
damn it.
was terrible.
Oh, there's that. Never mind.
Did it just hit you, Meddy, or...?
No, I just saw a picture that was perfect.
Sorry, buddy.
No,
anyway,
no, it's...
go on, Smooth. Hit us with your info.
She is a dream pony. I'm not 100% sure if that's more of a job or a species. I, for some reason, cannot recall if it was stated or not. But she is able to interact with others' dreams by flying over them and sprinkling dream dust or something like that.
As long as the dream dust isn't deadly.
Yeah, the dream dust only affects your sleep. Like if the dream pony flying over you is pissed off, you're gonna have a nightmare. So, yeah.
Don't piss off a dream pony.
Yeah. Or make sure there's no dream ponies around you that are pissed off while you're trying to sleep, because it doesn't matter if they fly over you, all of a sudden nightmares.
Yeah.
Anyway, she works as a weather pony, but she works at more of the night shift than the day shift, and she is somewhat nocturnal, meaning she probably wakes up like late afternoon-ish, stays awake until about the sunrise, because she stays up to stargaze about a bunch of times until stars are no longer visible because of sun, and just like, screw this. She got her cutie mark because her parents fight a lot, and her brother many times is just like, hey, let's like go out and stargaze while mom and dad are fighting. I don't want to be around when that happens. So they stargaze and stuff like that. But one day, the world was incredibly foggy and clouded over, and they're like, oh, I guess can't stargaze now. She didn't accept that. So she flew up there and tried her absolute hardest to freaking clear those clouds, get rid of that fog, so she could see the sky and be like, stargazing. And yeah, my favorite pastime with my cool bro and stuff.
Tear.
But after she was all tired out, she was just like, I can't. And dejectedly, she flew back down to her brother, who was smiling, and he was all like, look, up in the sky. She looked to the sky. One small patch was cleared, and one single star shone brightly. So this piece is not, or her cutie mark does not represent the 3 stars covered in the cloud, but represents more the one star shining brightly past that cloud. How even in the darkest times, things can show brightly. You just have to put effort toward it.
It's so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It is actually. It's a very, very nice and touching story.
Actually, it is. Actually, I think that's probably the best damn backstory. It's the most touching backstory we've had.
Cutie mark story.
Feels out of 10, I guess.
Nah. Anyway, moving on.
I like.
So
she likes stargazing, sleeping and staying up late, and waking up late, baking cookies.
Oh my god, yes.
Sketching, playing computer games, and tea. She dislikes large parties, which is odd because at times she actually has had to make cloud figures and stuff like that because she's adept at cloud maneuvering now and stuff like that for night parties. She also dislikes socializing with strangers, spicy food, exercise, and spiders.
How does she do the things at night? I mean, it's kind of hard to see clouds at night. How
if the moon is shining brightly enough, or the stars are shining brightly enough, you can really see clouds. Also, she is a Pegasus. So, kind of like a home field advantage kind of thing. More than likely. She herself is very sarcastic, but also generous with her friends, but can be stingy otherwise. And realistic, but bordering on pessimistic. She's lazy, procrastinates a lot, shy, and weary about strangers, but very big around friends.
Cool.
This personality is so me, I can't even. The only thing I disagree on in that likes-dislikes personality section is tea. Everything else I love. Except I suck at baking. And sketching.
Wow.
And, like, everything.
I like
Except
them.
for editing. Editing you rock at. Don't you
She's
dare.
a cute out of 10. I
You're
like
very-
it. And her color palette is
I love
gorgeous.
it. It's adorable. I think it's really like sort of having that sort of like good times shining through in adversity and sort of stuff. It can be it's a bit of a trope, which I mean tropes are tropes for a reason, and I think that it works really well with this character. I find it funny how she's like very sarcastic, can be stingy, realistic, bordering on pessimistic, lazy, and procrastinates and stuff, but she just looks so fucking happy in this goddamn character sheet. She just looks like she's having the fucking time of her goddamn life. Like, oh, where's jaw? It's adorable. Though I'm not sure how I feel about the front view and back view in regards to the mane. I don't know. Manes work really weird when you go into different views.
3D.
Yeah. 3D pony is really hard pony to do.
I kind of like it.
It's okay.
Smooth, why did this one make it to your good part 2? AKA the bad
Oh,
part?
yeah, that's a good question. Why is this in your bad version?
Because I like this reference sheet not as much as the other one. It didn't really give off any emotions. It was just the happy end. The speed trail is nice. I really like the speed trail. And the different angles are all nice also. However, there weren't really any emotions. The other one had emotions, but this one just was kind of...
It also doesn't have the
flat
specific
in
colors.
Yeah. Just missing a few things that I really like to see, and I'm pretty sure I've already stated about in the other reference sheet. So I don't really think I need to say it again, I guess.
Medi?
I think, like, honestly, versus the other character sheet you brought here, I prefer this one more. This one is simplified and it doesn't... I guess the one you brought earlier did feature, like, the gala dress stuff earlier. But I think I definitely prefer this more simple character sheet to the other one. And also, I just love the daytime to nighttime change.
Yeah, that's really cute.
It's so slight, but lovely.
Awesome. So, last words on it, Smooth?
She's really, really cute, and I want to hug her.
Cool. Commander, tell us about your OC for this week.
Okay,
Your bad OC.
so this is Pink Mist by Pink Mist 10. There doesn't seem to be, for this character, much, like, well, character to it. Most of it is sort of aesthetics. I think that they use given by the username being pretty much the same as the pony name, they probably just use it as, like, I'm not sure whether it's a pony sona or just like how they represent themselves on the internet with a pony. We won't be able to show this to other people, but they have. I do like, one thing I have to say is I like the way that their icon is stylized, because I'm pretty sure it's the same pony. I like that a lot more, because the mane on this pony just it really bugs me, and I like some of the ideas that go into it, but it just, like, I feel like the execution just, and I've seen it in a couple other pictures, it just is not, I don't know how I would like the ideas to be put together, and I like having the sort of ponytail in the back and something coming down the side, but I don't know, it feels like it's just sort of slapped on there and it doesn't feel natural.
Mm.
And also, the reference sheet is, I mean, it gets all of the, like, a majority of the things that you need to get across. It gets, like, the colors and the cutie mark and other stuff like that. But, I mean, I feel like it's one of the more lacking reference, for an actual reference sheets, it's one of the more lacking ones we've had, because it doesn't have any other views, it doesn't, like, I mean, like, the Nazagorian one, that's like what you want to try and get, is have all these different views, maybe, like, if it's a Pegasus, have the speed trail, the gala dress, have all of that stuff, and you can't always get that. Sometimes it's a little more simplified, sort of like the Kitty Suite one I brought earlier, but I feel like this is maybe a bit too simple, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I believe you're right in the whole fact that it is a bit too simple. It has, like, 2 colors in it, and then the cutie mark. Which, by the way, speaking of the cutie mark, I think that's not the best cutie mark you should do on a pony like this.
I'd say get rid of the white circle, and then it'd be much
Better,
better,
definitely
because
better.
there are already, like, 3 ponies with cutie marks like that in the show.
Well, yeah. But I'm just saying that the bright...
Daring Do, and there's probably another one out there.
No, I mean the fact that it's like, a bright blue and light blue cutie mark with a bright pink pony.
I'd say that her character aesthetics are a bit lacking themselves, not just the cutie mark. I'd say her coat was a bit too saturated.
Yeah, I think it is a bit saturated, and
I really like the color of her mane, though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, like I said, I like sort of the colors are fine for the most part. Yeah, tone down the saturation just a shade or two on the coat.
Pink.
Yeah, on the pink and the coat and stuff. But the colors, aside from that, I think are totally fine. I feel like maybe just doing a personal, like, taking a look at how you do the mane. The tail is okay. I find that the lines are a bit cluttered. But aside from that, the tail is, for the most part, fine. But the main thing that bugs me with this OC is the mane. Well, God. Yeah, the mane, as I said. You
Also,
guys
fairly certain those are both taken directly from a pony creator.
Yeah.
So
that's a whole nother thing that's like, hey, that's great and all, but...
I'd say maybe stylize it to be a little different from that. You can keep the same general design, but I'd suggest straying away from the exact design.
Yeah.
what I would do, or what my suggestion is, for the ponytail in the back, make it so you don't really necessarily see that much of the thing, to making it a ponytail holder, or whatever you are using to hold it in place. Hairband, or whatever thing that is, because it's a little bit thick for a hairband.
Shush.
But and then making it sort of like a little more poofy and like sort of like wave back a little bit at the end, and then for the thing to the side that's sort of covering her eye, have that not. I wouldn't recommend having one of those like hairband or whatever things on that, because it just sort of, it feels. At least, maybe if you redesign it, it might look a little bit better. It just feels sort of weird there. But then I'd also make it so that it comes off more, a little bit closer to the ear. Because it just, the way it looks is, like, I mean, I'm trying to think of exactly the words that would best describe it. It just,
it would be super annoying to have.
Yeah, it just it doesn't make sense on a pony to have it go down right there.
Yeah.
At all. It bugs me. But it's something that can be fixed then with like really not even that much work. I mean,
yeah.
And then maybe if you want to just experiment with some like mane and tail styles or a tail style that is the more matching of the mane, and maybe just mess around and stuff. I know that I've seen a couple pictures of just like pencil and paper work and just sort of sketch some things out. Maybe if you want opinions, I'd be more than willing to help you fix all those things if you'd like. But yeah.
Medi.
Yeah?
What do you think of this pony?
I think the character sheet is lacking quite a lot. It just kind of seems like just pony and then colors thrown in the blandest way possible.
I actually like how they're on there. They don't really match each other with the whole eyes and the mane and tail and coat thing, but I really like that they're very easy to get.
I do like that.
Because they're just blobs.
The one thing that really bugs me is looking at the actual pony itself. I don't see any highlights for the eyes. I just see a gradient.
Yeah. If they're supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah, given by the reference sheet that it looks like they're supposed to be like highlights and stuff, I would recommend having the highlights. Or something. And you don't need highlights. It's not a necessary part. But if you're going to have it on the reference sheet, it would probably be nice.
Yeah. Last words on this, Commander?
I feel like I've covered my main talking points. It wasn't an awful OC. It was just that one thing that particularly got me.
Moving on to my bad OC for this week. It's Cotton Candy by Maddie8972. I think this is lacking in a bunch of different ways that could be easily improved upon. The artistic style, I think, is just perfectly fine. It's your style, and you can do whatever you want with it. It feels like it's just a couple of random pictures thrown together. And it can be, in my opinion, easily brought together with just an actual, like, I don't mean to sound weird. Yeah, just a little box around it, and put like maybe a couple of details on the color swatches in the corner.
This thing here, this thing here, this thing here.
Exactly, and just little bits of detail. But anyway, to the pony itself, Cotton Candy is a unicorn mare whose talent is cotton candy making. She earned her cutie mark while visiting a carnival at a neighborhood town when she was a filly. She had snuck away from her parents to go exploring. When her parents finally found her, she was at a cotton candy stand helping the vendor and making all kinds of shapes out of fluffy food. She had been so busy focusing on the food that she hadn't noticed she earned her cutie mark until it was pointed out by her parents. When Cotton was 18, she moved to Ponyville to help support her struggling sister, Violet Rose. To earn money to help her sister, she set up a stand and began selling cotton candy creations. Residents soon took interest in her talents and began requesting her presence at parties of all sorts and festivals, children getting the most kicks out of it. Cotton Candy continues to live in Ponyville even though her sister no longer needs assistance. Cotton Candy is generally pretty calm and open-minded. She loves to be around children. Her biggest goal in life is to help make the world a happier place, one tasty treat at a time. I think that's a good backstory. I think it's a solid little story that could easily be expounded upon, like day-to-day slice-of-life kind of stories about like how her and her sister get along. Maybe they're kind of rival sisters that just kind of fight all the time. Maybe they're really great sisters and they like to poke fun. I don't know. It's just the fact that it, as a whole, the whole sheet kind of just falls flat,
I don't know. I'm not 100% on her personality and how she acts and stuff like that, but a sheet less organized might work for certain personality types more. If it was, like, exact and to the lines and organized and stuff like that, it might not fit with her personality. If she's, like, an all-around and just going everywhere, it might work better to just have everywhere.
But it never really said that she is that personality, though.
That's why I personally want more personality.
Yeah, I mean, if she's, like, super bubbly, as I assume it's trying to imply with her story, I guess, it's just one of those things that you kind of should add more to it.
Expound upon.
Yeah.
Also,
But seeing as how it's, like, doesn't say that, it's left up to us, the viewer, to think that, and you kind of don't want to do that.
yeah. And
Anyway, Commander, what were you going to say?
one thing that I think would help would be having some kind of color for the background of the character sheet, because it's just transparent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like for instance, when I first looked at it, I didn't even really I was looking at the cutie mark, or the cutie marks in the bottom left corner. It took me a second to even realize what it was, because the pink of the cotton candy, just due to how my screen is, like I've talked multiple times, I didn't even realize it was there. I just saw the white, and I was like, and I feel that having a color that allows all of it to pop would be nice.
Very beneficial.
Very beneficial. And then, just things we've talked about, organizing, at least having the colors labeled as to what's what and how things are going on. Because, like I said, you could sort of figure it out, but it's just nice to have it sort of outlined for you.
Betty, what are your thoughts?
For the character sheet, I would definitely prefer a background and more information probably on the sheet itself.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's okay to put the information in the description as well, but it's also nice to have the sheet just tell me things. And the colors in the corner, those are nice for when you're working on the piece. Those aren't exactly a great thing as a representation for your character exactly. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. I don't mind those on a piece and still in progress. But this is from what I can assume, this is supposed to be the finished product for this character's character sheet. And those are just kind of, not really appealing at all. I know what they're there for, but they're still not appealing. Her mane, on the character itself, her blue in her mane is way too bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing I would say is that blue is definitely it's a bit jarring, especially against the.
I'm not sure it's too bright. I just think it might be a little too saturated.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure which one. It's
hard to tell at times.
It looks, compared to all the other colors, it looks neon.
Yeah, which
Especially with
is
the
saturation and brightness.
So maybe
so it's
maybe do a little bit with both of those, sort of bring it down sort of into the range of the other colors to make it so that all of them are the same level of easiness on the eyes for the most part, at least.
Also, the mane barely has an outline.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit brighter than the actual mane color.
Yeah.
Instead of darker.
Darker outlines for
Also, I do
mane
not
tail.
like the blue outlines on the pink part. I prefer the outline of the color to be the color itself. In a way, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, the color that surrounds the pink part would be a darker pink instead of the blue that surrounds the whole thing.
Yeah. But besides that, I like how her cutie mark on the pony actually looks pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, I like it on the pony. It's definitely nice.
Yeah.
Which is why not having a transparent background would be a lot better for the character sheet.
I like this character because she is incredibly cute.
She's super
and her
cute.
color palette is gorgeous. Just rework the really, really...
Moving on to our last OC of the episode. Medi, tell us what you got here.
I brought this pony to the bin. Smooth may recognize this.
Mm-hmm.
Ariel? How is that pronounced?
No idea.
Arle?
Don't know. Go on.
Earlier? Well, you see, the character sheet here is fine. I don't mind it much. The issue I have with this character is it's kind of like, it's not even really a character in a way. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's literally just a pony taken from Equestria and put into the Dark Souls 2 universe.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Why is
Okay.
that bad?
I don't know.
I don't like that because she was born in Equestria, but through somehow she fell into the unknown location of the Eastern Kingdom of Humanity, which is Drenlaic.
So
and that's Dark Souls.
That's basically how crossovers work.
Yes,
Giant backstory on why
I
it makes
wish
sense.
I kinda
Basically,
wanted-
it's just thrown into universe.
I kinda want it to make more sense.
There's a couple different ways.
It never
crossovers-
makes sense.
There's different ways
Crossovers never make
crossovers
sense.
work in different ways. There's not
Yeah,
just
like,
one type
a
of
good
crossover.
example of making a crossover make sense is Fallout Equestria. Is make an alternate universe where stuff happens to end up you could easily just throw the undead curse into Equestria and then you got fucking Dark Souls.
Actually, that I'd probably be more down for than this story.
And I'm just really quickly gonna do like a 10-20 second blurb about crossovers. The kinds of crossover, like before Fallout Equestria, crossovers were just looked down as like, oh, these are awful. It's just like one of the lowest forms of writing was like crossover fan fiction.
I still look down on crossovers.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
But the thing is, that's because most crossovers are sort of just literally throwing it into one setting instead of taking the ideas from the two worlds and making a cohesive thing. Which...
Still not a fan.
So, Medi, that being said, does this character seem to merge the two ideas?
Not exactly. Most of the descriptions here is just explaining Dark Souls mechanics in a way that she would work with, which is I like that, how she kind of explains how she works with stuff, like how she uses an ivory catalyst as because she's a unicorn, she uses spells, so obviously she would take the wizard class. But
obviously,
well, I mean,
goes without saying.
I do like, though, my favorite part, even though I don't understand how this is her special talent, maybe if it was explained that your special talent gets switched for this stamina meter or this sanity meter, but I like the sanity meter cutie mark where it determines whether you're sane, 50% hollow, or completely hollow. Which, if you know Dark Souls, you'll know what those terms mean. I believe that mark on her face is the mark of the undead, which is the mark that a person in Dark Souls has, and they become an undead later if they cannot die. So I do like how it's a very visual, because most characters don't have a very visual representation of the mark on the undead. So this one is really cool. But besides that, I don't really like how it's just kind of a thrown-in character. And, I mean, the character sheet's fine. I like how it's done. It's specifically labeled everything. The cutie mark is labeled. They show me the ivory catalyst that she uses. They show me her magic color.
Wait, what? Her what?
Ivory catalyst.
Okay.
The wand in the top left.
I don't...
Staff or whatever.
It's Dark Souls. I'm talking Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's half the other thing, because then if you don't know what the fuck the crossover is about, then you're just completely lost.
Then you can get interested.
Moms, it's
and maybe
almost
you'll
like you just
learn
proved
from
my
that.
point.
Yeah. I think I am.
Moms, it's almost like you
No,
proved
I'm
my
agreeing
point.
with you, asshole.
Or maybe it can get you interested in it and be like, I want to understand why this works more. And then you go in information and you are like, this is how it works thing, dude.
I don't think I've been interested by anything by a single pony crossover.
I don't know. She's really cute. I like her color palette and the sane hollow, full hollow thing kind of.
I think it's cool. I think it's.
I hope we never have to see her when she's full hollow, because then that's just depressing.
Yeah, I've seen a few things.
Anyways,
One-
she is actually like really. I like how she's done. I like her design. I like her overall color scheme. I like her. I just don't like what she is.
You don't like the idea of how she came to be?
Yeah.
So it's more like how things works than actual character that you have problem with.
Well, I mean, like
It's
she
the
doesn't really
execution.
have a. She doesn't specifically have a character because her cutie mark is eaten up by a game mechanic. She's not in her normal universe, so she doesn't exactly know where to go. She's kind of an empty slate.
It seems more like this character would be better if she was just an empty slate,
also,
not supposed to be
sorry,
a character beforehand.
It's pronounced R.
Oh.
RL. Because it's literally the first thing in the thing.
Okay. Well, prove me
All
wrong
right.
if you can, Medi, but aren't your characters in Dark Souls, Demon Souls, whatever, basically blank slates that don't do anything other than your control of them?
Yes and no, but I would give her a pass on that if she wasn't specifically stated to be born in Equestria.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that kind of wrecks it.
Yeah.
And also she falls into the kingdom of humans, so that means she is a little pony running around with the characters in Dark Souls 2.
That's why that kind of crossover is... It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. But, one quick thing, not talking about crossovers and stuff, and I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, maybe because of the fact that it's in a different, like, place and stuff, but I don't like the fact that there's all of those different colors for the coat and mane. I think that having the piece itself, the picture of the pony itself, having all of that in it, is fine, but for, like, a reference sheet for a pony, like, the way that ponies are generally done is they have a coat color and a mane color, and then you can do things, artistic things, with, like brightness and switching things, doing stuff.
Actually, I believe this is Star Fox Shine, who sent us, crap.
There was a
Sword
guard
Shield,
one.
I think?
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
Is it Silver
from
Shield?
Tumblr.
She, actually did that, same thing for the character we had on quite a while ago. How many episodes ago was that? That was Blue. So it was like 4 or 5 episodes ago or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Blue was episode 14.
6. Fine. I
had it
freaking
open.
almost there.
Way to go.
Anyway, the farthest right 2 colors are the only colors that shouldn't be there, but those are more for, like, shininess of type of thing. The darkest color, meaning the third one for each, is the actual outline, used for, people who actually use the outline colors. The middle color, meaning the second color, is the farther away hoof or other object in the main's case. I suppose it shouldn't technically exist, but for shading's sake, we'll keep it there, just because that's how she does it. And the lightest one being the actual regular color that everyone uses for the show style.
The darkest color sounds like a weird, sad Rainbow Dash fanfic.
Oh god. It does.
The darkest color, Rainbow Dash, doesn't make it into the Wonderbolts.
But, no, okay.
He joins the Shadow Bolts.
Anyway, Commander.
I actually, since you've explained that I can accept that. I think that's a good use of it. I'm okay with this.
What, the darkest color? Or
Shut
what
the
Smooth said?
yeah, what Smooth said. What the? Oh my god. Well, I mean, I honestly,
You explaining that fanfiction has completely changed the definition of the darkest color for Commander. I mean, he didn't know what to put as a definition for the darkest color. But man, you really swung him with that fucking description of a fanfiction he's never going to read.
That
or
doesn't
ever will care
exist.
about.
Okay.
And you don't know that.
Oh my gosh.
It could be out there.
Shut the fuck up. Just.
Anyway, moving
Euro
on.
C sucks, changing the definitions of people's thoughts.
Anyway. Yeah,
I
super
like,
cute pony.
I like the pony. I don't like the concept of
Just-
the crossover. No offense to
story's
you.
silly.
It's just not the way I like. It's not the way I like crossovers.
Love Dark Souls. Love ponies. Don't like them mixed up if it's for no reason.
Just have the character born in that.
Or
No,
have the universes have it AU
Have an
AU
Have
AU.
an alternate Dark Souls. An AU would change this character from a that's not that great to a okay, yeah, that's fine.
I'm down for it. Yeah.
There's
so much
I
work.
now want a Dark Souls AU.
Which
Damn.
Great.
it is unfortunate
Fantastic.
though because they actually they've actually been writing a fanfic. It's not that long so
Yeah.
far, but
I know. I'm not. Keep up your character. I don't mind. Just please.
Just add pony to the end of every name and change hands to hooves, and you'll be set.
you'll be fine.
I mean, that's not that big of a difference. Anyway,
Dude, I fucking rewrite fucking Shakespeare all the time like that.
yeah, man. Anyway, we're going to have to move on. Okay, so this week I brought Glimmer Dust. Commander brought Kitty Sweet. Medi brought in Peachy Keen, and then Smooth brought in Bell Stem. Back in the same order that we presented them, not being able to vote for the same OC that you brought to the party. Who do you vote for, Smooth, as best OC for the week?
I think I'm gonna give it to Peachy Keen. Her color palette just seems really nice. Her reference sheet is really cute, and just like her, that reusing of colors in Cutie Mark and stuff. She is cute, just like all of the other ponies that were freaking brought this week.
Colamander.
Yeah, I liked all of the ponies this week. I mean, of course, the Nazagorian reference sheet is like a fantastic reference sheet. However, I'm gonna have to also give my vote to Peachy Keen because oh my god, I saw her and I was like, oh my god, it's so cute, and I fell in love with it, and it's amazing. I love it.
This kind of sucks because, damn it, I gotta give it to Peachy Keen as well. I mean, my favorite is obviously the one I brought, but I guess it's just Peachy Keen had so many good things going on with it that I just kind of like that one the most.
Quick, Maddie, who gets second place?
Glimmer Dust.
Yeah!
I
can live with it.
Medi has always been one for the bitchy personalities.
Yeah, man.
Dang it.
I know
Maddie,
as long as I
what the
bring a
crap?
bitch pony. I know if I bring a bitch pony, I always got Medi's vote.
God damn it.
He wants that abusive relationship. So, for bad OC this week, I've brought in Cotton Candy. Commander brought in Pink Mist. Medi is on Arl? How did you say that again, Medi?
It's
Yeah,
R,
the-
and then there's an L-E at the end, so it's either
Arl?
Arl or
Arle.
Arle or
Arl? I'll go with
I'm just gonna
Arl.
say Arla.
Arla. And then Smooth brought in Cloudy Celia Dreamscape.
Cloudy-dramscape.
Whatever, Cloudy Dreamscape. I don't care. Anyway,
I care.
Smooth.
I
Vote
care.
on who you think was the worst pony for this week.
I don't like the worst.
Lacks the most.
The least best.
I think the one who lacks reference sheet the most is probably Cotton Candy, but the pony I probably like the least and am going to vote for is going to be Pink Mist.
Damn, so close on that one. Commander.
Just because I liked all of the ponies brought this week, but just because of the fact that this is also character sheet and it had the most lacking character sheet, I'm gonna have to give my vote to Cotton Candy, who I did like, but not really much of a character sheet.
My vote for this week probably has to be Pink Mist.
Cotton Candy.
Sweet.
Oh.
Let's do this, Commander. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
What'd you get?
Rock.
I got rock.
Okay.
God damn
1,
it.
2, 3, shoot.
What'd you get?
Rock.
Paper.
I
Damn
heard
it.
that paper.
Yeah, I should probably use that to my advantage next time. Anyway.
So cheat?
Oh,
So
it's not
cheat?
fucking cheat.
Turns out Mom's has been playing the system the whole time.
Damn it. Well, when's the last time I won at Rock
Fuck
Paper
if I know,
Scissors
dude.
through Skype? I think I've won once.
I've not won a single time!
Because you don't play by the rules, Smooth.
Yeah, I do.
First question submitted to us. Who sent it in there, Medi?
Alright, first question submitted to us is Ask Saga the Dragon. If all of your characters / OC / ponysonas became Genderbent, Rule 63, what would their names be, and what would they be like?
I'm pretty sure my character would just be Rarity.
Oh!
Considering my character is a suit.
So you're saying you're a main 6 member, then?
No, I'm saying...
Mary Sue!
Exactly.
Mary Sue!
I'm saying...
I am
the
the
fact
main
that
6!
my character...
I am a Rule 63 Rarity!
I hate you all. It's the fact that my character, though visually different from Rarity, shares a lot of the same, attributes and whatever. Although I do believe that, being a female, it might be a little bit smaller than my regular character, and probably would change from making suits or being a tailor to actually being like, a dressmaker or something like that, It just kind of makes sense.
Are you trying to imply that your character becomes more successful by being a woman? Mums, that's sexist, and you should feel ashamed of yourself.
I'm not saying...
He's fucking with you! He's fucking with you! Oh my god!
Medi, your jab at him didn't even work correctly.
Yeah, I don't even understand how that was a change in success. Anyway, I don't know what my character would be called. Probably... Jura Caveata? Jura Caveata?
Okay, what's it mean?
I don't know. Probably just a female slang at the end of the same Jura's Caveat.
That's not how names work.
Space matter!
Oh god. Oh god. I have honestly... I've been trying to think on this, but I don't... I really don't know, because, we got... how long ago did we get this question?
I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, and I've been
Everfree. We got it walking on the streets of Everfree.
Did we?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So we've had it for a little over a week, and I just don't know. Because there's nothing with my OC that's really has a specific. It's a pretty gender neutral name.
Cosmeta.
So I'm trying to think if there's any way I could get something...
Cosmetic Adam?
Cosmetic Adam. I go from liking space to liking makeup.
Yeah, man. That's all...
That is sexist, you
Yeah, no, that is sexist.
Come
well,
on.
cosmetics! That's what cosmetics...
Ponies and makeup. Ponies and makeup.
I'm just... you, Commander. Oh. The fact that he goes, fucking, oh man, you love space. Now you're a girl, you love makeup.
Yeah. But
65-year-old man.
Shut up. 2-year-old. Anyway, Medi, what's up with touchpad?
Did we just skip Commander? Or is he just not answering?
I don't know. I just don't.
Mummify didn't really answer either, so...
Yeah,
I said Jura Caveat.
You bullshit.
You're stupid.
You're at least I admitted to the fact that I didn't know.
Hey, I'm trying to give an answer. That's at least something. You're just skipping the question. I'm at least...
You skipped me!
A-B.
Sketchpad stencil. And it's just like, instead of doing digital art, she's better at fucking hand sketches. Which is odd. I'm better at hand sketches than digital art.
Way to go.
So are you a woman?
Hoof sketches. Fuck
Thank you.
She likes it when she can just fucking draw. She's a fucking... Wait, you gonna blame her? You gonna be like... You're gonna be like the...
I'm gonna be a hater. I'm gonna be a fucking hater.
Smooth sailing becomes tranquil travels. Because I've had that for very many months.
What's the difference in their personalities?
None.
Okay.
Are they still both changelings?
Yeah.
Cool. Are they still the same changeling?
What do you mean?
Like, Fork in the Road, it's the same base changeling, but then it turns into the male or female smooth sailing, the purple helmet hair unicorn we all love?
No.
Purple haired unicorn!
You fucked it!
I fucked that up.
You fucked it really hard.
Stop.
Pegasus. Sorry.
Anyways, moving on to the next question.
Just because you plebeians are all unicorns doesn't mean I have to be one as well.
Submitted to us by Cool Gal 100. If you weren't on this show, what podcast would you be on if you could be on any?
Well, I'm pretty sure they'd accept me onto the Cutie Crusaders. I mean, come on.
Oh.
That's the podcast I'd probably be on.
Yeah, I guess I'd be on there as well.
Fuck off.
Either that or ask.
Oh, I see how it is.
I mean, it's either that.
Motherfuckers.
I don't know. It's just one of those things that if we weren't on this podcast, I mean, what other podcast would want us?
Yeah, who the fuck would want to be with us?
It's not that what they want. It's like you have the option. Like, oh, you weren't here, so you were here.
Oh,
that's the question.
If I was like, oh, if you were on this podcast,
like, what podcast would you
want to be on? Oh, well then probably the Nerdist.
Fucking loser.
I'm sorry, but I think I'd rather be on the Nerdist than this one.
Wow.
Yeah, my answer isn't that much better, anyways.
What?
Commander?
Commander?
Oh, man. What I'm wondering is if mine's the same as Meddy's.
No, it's not.
It's not? Okay. The podcast that I would probably want to be on is the Rooster Teeth
Limited
podcast,
Resources?
because I've been following that for I followed that for years. I love that thing.
Saw that coming, and that's why my answer is different.
Okay.
Alright, if I wasn't on this podcast, I would be on the the OSW podcast, which is the Old School Wrestling podcast.
Oh my
they
god.
are fucking awesome.
And Smooth really doesn't want to be on any podcasts. So
He's happy with just being with us.
I would choose to abstain from
God,
any
Smooth.
podcast
Man,
ever forever.
they give us a
because
yes
I
and no
don't
answer,
want.
and you're the one who answers maybe.
No,
He's the one who answers fuck
"Please go
podcasts.
away."
He's like, why did I start joining, or why did I join this shit?
I
Next
don't
question.
like podcasts.
Next question. Submitted to us by Xena Lolly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I recognize that name.
Yeah, that's a very famous name. I mean,
All right.
how did you all meet/become friends?
Yeah, so starting with Mummified, I met Medi first in one of my live streams. Who actually came out to that one? Because I know Burned linked it.
Not
then-
many people, like me and like 3 other people.
I think it was like, yeah,
and
Medi,
3 other people left.
because I like knew of you guys before, like not really like new, but I knew you guys through like the fan art for Cutie Art Crusaders,
we had
and
been mentioned a couple times on the show.
yeah. Anyway, but it's just like, yeah, I met Medi through that, and then once we actually got to BronyCon, Medi's like, oh, I'm at BronyCon, and I'm like, okay, I guess, and he's like, we should totally meet, and I'm like, okay, I guess, and then we met, and he's like, hey, Mummified, and I'm like, okay, I guess,
Huh.
and then we hung out, and then after I got back, he's like, hey, join the Skype group that has all like the Cutie Art Crusaders in it, or the Cutie Art Crusader fan group, and I'm like, okay, so then that happened,
You guessed.
I guess.
So, that pretty much is how you came into this. For me, it was sort of interesting. It was a lot of random coincidences that led me to be part of this fan group. Pretty much just like, if my computer didn't break, I wouldn't be friends with any of you guys at all. Because my computer broke, so I started watching the Cutie Art Crusaders, which then later on I went to a live stream that had Assassin Monkey, who's a fan of the Cutie Art Crusaders, which had Eila Wolf in it, who brought me over to Burn's stream, and that got me introduced to like this whole group. And so I was in the live stream group with like Smooth and Eila and a bunch of people, which then on Smooth / Burn's birthday time, which is pretty much, they had like a day apart, and it was like the transitioning period between the two. We started a Skype call, which that's sort of how I began to know Medi, is through that Skype call, and then eventually Mummified got introduced, and now here we are.
Well, I mean, that Skype call happened, but I didn't really know you guys.
Yeah, there
I was
was
just
a lot
kind of
of
like
things.
there. I was like, oh, this is a Skype call, and there's a bunch of people in it, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Blame Minecraft.
And then Minecraft chat started happening within that, and I'm just like, I don't give 2 fucks about Minecraft.
Well, no, not just Minecraft. The Minecraft happened.
That was
that's how
later.
Holmes got to it. That was later.
Yeah,
First
it was planes. Fucking planes.
Yeah,
I hate
fucking
planes.
fucking infinite, and it is and crazy and plain.
Yeah, you can talk about this part.
Oh my god.
Just hold a door open, please. Ugh.
Yeah, Jesus. But yeah, basically, plain conversation happened. I joined a group with Commander and his friend.
Yay! I started a group, pretty much like I started a retreat group so we could get away from the talk of planes because it was the only thing that was happening.
And then, what, did Smooth just join with that group?
Yeah, no,
wanted him over?
No, yeah, because I was in there with a friend of mine who was a friend in real life, who was a part of this group as well, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna add Medi and Smooth because I actually talked to them.
And you also added
Okay.
Soren at the same time.
Oh yeah, Soren at the same time because, yeah.
Oh man, for some reason I thought you were already talking about Soren, but now
No, different friend. Because
I know.
Commander has all these
yeah.
friends.
Yeah,
All these friends.
I just add
so many friends.
so many friends here on the internet.
But yeah, besides joining that group, then fucking friendship happened. That's Smooth
If
and I
that's what you
bonded
call
over
it.
Metal Gear. Commander and I bonded over being faggots.
Moms was left out in the
Mom
cold.
was bonding over laughing at our stupidity and then us making fun of his even stupider stupidity.
Hey guys, you want to hear a pun?
Shut the fuck up.
So yeah.
And I'm not sure why we all deal with
Yeah,
each other, honestly.
Smooth, what's your answer?
You see, the benefit of going last, everyone's pretty much already said all of the things that connect to you.
Connect to me?
No, connect to
No.
me.
The you as in just a general you.
Yeah, basically everything
Oh.
that mattered to me has already been stated. But Commander and I met at Everfree last year.
Yeah,
That's where we originally first met each other.
Yeah, that's where you first met each other?
and this is
No,
why we hate
The
you.
first Medi was at... Dude, you should know the first Medi was at BronyCon last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
We
come
touched
on.
butts. Actually, no,
we
you're...
actually met before you guys because
Yeah.
BronyCon's after.
Yeah.
No,
BronyCon-
the
BronyCon-
first Meti.
Well, I'm gonna leave.
Many-
I'm gonna leave
Okay,
this fucking
fine.
call.
So when
Shut
we
the fuck
first
up.
commandered, whatever.
Funny enough, that fan art that... well, not fan art. The thing that... the thing Medi drew twice for me, me with a mustache, was that more my OC with a mustache, is the reason why my character has a mustache now.
Oh! Fucking losers! I originated the mustaches, motherfuckers!
Oh snap!
on Mummified's old awful OC.
Hey,
You
it
mean,
was,
Kermit the Alarm Frog?
it still was good. It wasn't so bad.
The main was.
Anyway,
Kermit the Alarm Frog.
moving on, you asshole. Well then, tell the people where they can submit their OCs or any other questions, much like what we just had there.
You can find us at eurocsucks.deviantart.com, at eurocsucks at twitter.com, eurocsuckspodcast at gmail.com, and eurocsuckspodcast.tumblr.com.
Fantastic. Awesome. So,
Cool.
that's
Radical.
it for this week's
Yeah.
episode. Just keep sending in your OCs, because that's going to be a thing that we do here. So, once again, I am Bummified Thunderbirds. I am the host, project manager. I've been joined by...
Commander Sparkle.
Many Bobo.
And smooth sailing.
And remember, folks, your OC sucks.